In this video I will explain you about a locomotive engine and how to do maintains on the engine. Normally a locomotive engine equipped with 12 or 16 cylinders in V-type, which is connected to a single crankshaft. A black dot will indicate a single piston. In a 12-piston locomotive engine there are two banks and they are left and right. Firing order in this kind of engine is normally 142635. What is firing order? In a diesel engine, the firing order corresponds to the order in which fuel is injected into each cylinder. Firing order affects the vibrations, sound and evenness of power output from the engine. A locomotive gets maintains not by how many distance it traveled. It will be measured in working hours. Not only that, after each trip, a locomotive will go to its nearby railway workshop, and a well-experienced technician will check the locomotive for faults. He will visually check for faults and listen to the noises. A good technician can identify a fault by listening to the noise of the engine or relevant parts. If he finds a fault on the locomotive and if that can be fixed, they will do the repairing. But not every locomotive workshops have the materials or the relevant equipments to do every repair, because some equipment takes so much storage or cannot be transported, so the faulty locomotive will be sent to a workshop, which can do the repairing. When the working hours are done, it's time to do the service. Like all other engines, all the fluids will be replaced including engine oil, coolant, expressor oil, air filters will be replaced or cleaned, inlet and exhaust valve clearance will be rechecked. While others doing the servicing, another well-experienced technician will check the engine for faults that can be identified from inside the engine, like main bearing play, loosened bolts, internal water leakages and etc. This kind of a servicing will take up to 8 hours max if no major fault is identified. But every few years, as the manufacturer specified, every locomotive must do a full scheduled service, which will take up to 1 to 2 months depending on the engine type. In a full schedule, the locomotive will be disassembled into parts. Each part will be measured and will be replaced if necessary. Locomotive engine also gets dismantled and fully serviced. This full schedule procedure is not an easy thing to do. It's been done with the guidelines from the engineers and well-experienced technicians. When the parts are serviced and reattaching to the locomotive, most of the parts have to be aligned correctly to around 2 mm, so the reattachment of the locomotive will consume lot of time. The margin for errors are 0. On my next video I will explain you the importance of the expressor on a locomotive and how it works.